just walked in?
Yes.
They just flew in from California to come up to this show.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Well, bless their hearts.
Is that some Ken over there, Ellie? Ken? Ken?
Barbie, well, my daughter Barbie flew back, well, she drove back too, and then her friends came out to see the show.
Well, you know what?
Bless their heart.
I'll tell you what.
This place is getting famous.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what. I just have one burning question. Who lives in California?
They do, but they're thinking about moving.
Change your mind. What part of California do you live in?
San Diego.
Oh, that's the one. I've been to LA, and I'm not talking about lower Alabama either. I've been to Los Angeles, but I ain't never been to San Diego. I hear you know what? I hear the weather's perfect. Between 67 to 70 degrees year round. I'd want to rest these chili bones and that kind of weather year round.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Oh, well, you know what? And I travel light. I'll hold my breath and I'll jump in your suitcase. But you know what? What I started to say, are y'all having a good time? Now, I'll tell you, I've got to be honest with y'all. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing out of my right ear. So, y'all need to make a lot of noise. Someone asked me not too long ago if I had been to the doctor. And I told them no. And they said, well, why didn't you go to the doctor? I said, well, there's a good reason. A friend of mine, he's an older gentleman, told me that ironically, he was having the same issues, and ironically, it was his right ear. I asked him, I said, well, what did you do? He said, I went to the doctor. I said, what did the doctor tell you? He said, the doctor told me to go ahead and have a seat on the examination table. He said he took that big old light, he shined it in my ear. He said, no wonder you can't hear. He said, you've got a suppository in your ear. The old boy looked at the doctor and said, thanks a lot, Doc. Now I know what I did with my hearing aid. So I'm afraid to death to go to the doctor, so y'all have to make a lot of noise. So let me ask one more time. Are y'all having a good time? There it is. That's what we like to hear. Yes, okay. Yes, okay, now at this point in time, it gives me great pleasure and privilege to introduce these fine, talented musicians that I have on stage here with me. And I'll tell you what, well, I can't wait to talk to Bob after I'm through. Bob, I think you're going to like the idea that I have. Okay? Bob's back there standing. Can I get a thumbs up, Bob? There you go. I know it's good. You'll like it. Ellie's already heard it. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce these wonderful people, fine musicians. Over here to my right, the gentleman on the bass. He keeps us time, keeps that rhythm going. A big hand for Fred. And the little lady here. Now, before the show, I told her, I said, Miss Ellie, I said, you are a hybrid. She said, what do you mean? I said, you are a cross between little Jimmy Dickens and Brenda Lee. So she's half Tater and half Little Miss Dynamite. But we call her Ellen. We call her Ellen. And the other lovely, we're so fortunate, gentlemen, here. What you're seeing before you is truly a case of Beauty and the Beast. We are the Beast, these are the beauties. I introduced the first beauty to you, the second beauty, and she's going to step up here to you. Come up here, please. Her name is Paula. Give Paula a big hand. The gentleman over here to my left, you heard him bending those strings, and I'll tell you, one of the finest fellows I know. And you know, I do want to take just a moment to tell you from a musician standpoint, I have Ellie and this gentleman here. I'm from the other side of the state. I never worry. When we booked this show, I told this gentleman and this little lady right here, I'm coming to do the show. The musicians are your job. And you know what? Each time I come over here, I have the pleasure of sharing the stage with some of the finest musicians I've ever had the pleasure to work with. So, Sid not only is an excellent guitarist, and I don't care what he says, I asked him earlier, he's going to anyways, because it's my show, right? So, he is going to sing at least one song for us. And his name is Sid Rogers. Will you please give Sid a big hand? I'll tell you what, I'll strike a deal with him. If he doesn't want to sing, then instrumentally, maybe he can play something for us. One or the other. I'm going to give him time to think about it.
You do one, are you right now?
No, know what? I'd like you to do a song right now. Good. I'd like you to join with me, please, and let's give Sid Rogers a big hand.